Hello everybody, welcome back to How to Bake That. My name's Natalie, and today I'm going to show you how to make a cupcake display that hopefully turns out to look like a grand piano. And I'm also going to show you my recipe for Swiss meringue buttercream, which I will be posting on my website, and I'm going to be putting out a blog post on this video. So make sure to go check that out at howtobakethat.com. And I am also terribly sorry about missing everything and the huge gap between videos. And sorry about missing the holidays, so Merry Christmas and Happy New Year very late. Without further ado, let's get on to the video. For this recipe, I'm going to start by whipping up 27 cupcakes, which are going to be chocolate since our icing is actually going to be vanilla. And another thing I wanted to announce, I got a microphone, so maybe you guys can hear me better now. The things you will need to make the buttercream are 1/2 cup granulated sugar, 1 tablespoon vanilla extract, black food dye, 4 sticks of unsalted butter, and 4 large egg whites. So what I have here is a double boiler, and I have a metal bowl, a heat-proof bowl that's going to go on top. So I have a pot of simmering water here, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to add in my egg whites, and my sugar into the bowl, and we're going to put it on the pot, and we're just going to whisk this until when you feel it with your fingers, when you rub it between your fingers, there's no more grains, you can't feel any more grains of sugar until it's like smooth. So this will take a while, but don't let it sit in here because the eggs will cook and they'll get stuck to the side of the bowl, and then you'll have weird goo stuff. So just keep stirring it until you think it's done, then poke your finger in and rub it between your fingers, and once there's no more grains of sugar, it's done. So now our egg whites are cooked, and what we're going to do is we're going to transfer this to the bowl of my stand mixer, which is right over there, and we're going to whip this on medium-high speed until it looks like meringue. So it's going to be white and it's going to like triple in size. Finally, after about 10 minutes, our meringue is done, and now it's time to add our butter. So I have my mixer running behind me, and I have some butter. It's been out for a while. It's very room temperature. So now what we're going to do is we're going to add this piece by piece into our meringue, and until the pretty much very end, it won't look like buttercream, but then we're going to add in our vanilla and our dye, and then it should turn like a black Swiss meringue buttercream. So now our butter is incorporated, so what we need to do is add in our vanilla. And we're going to let that beat, and then at the very end we're going to add in our black dye until it's pretty much the color of the mixer. So now our vanilla is incorporated. That's what the buttercream should look like at this stage. Now if you're using it for something other than what I'm using it for, you don't have to dye it. And at this point is when you can add like chocolate or maple syrup or spices or whatever you're gonna add to it as flavoring. That's when you're gonna do it. And right now is when we are also going to add in our dye. So I have some black food dye here, and so you can actually start with just chocolate buttercream, so it won't take as much dye on it, but since we're doing chocolate and vanilla cupcakes, I'm doing the buttercream as vanilla and just dyeing it black. So we're we're gonna need quite a bit of this. So that's the last of this one, which is why I have this. So now I have mixed in my black food dye, and I actually ended up putting cocoa powder in it. I just used regular natural unsweetened cocoa powder. I used that because I couldn't get it dark enough with just the black food dye, and I was afraid to add too much in, and I also ran out because if you add too much in, it will, first of all, it'll change the consistency, and second, it won't taste good. So that's our black. Here's our black black buttercream. So now I'm going to transfer this to a piping bag and put in an open star tip, and we're going to frost our cupcakes. So now I've transferred all of my buttercream into this piping bag, this obnoxiously large one, and it has an open star tip on it. That's what it looks like. It is number 1M in Wilton. And so what I'm going to do on these cupcakes is I'm going to do rosettes on all of them. So it's pretty much just a regular swirl. So I'm gonna frost the first one so that you can see it. Then I'm gonna time lapse through the whole thing. So all we're gonna do is we're just going to start in the middle, and we're just going to go around and up. And that's what we're going to do on all of our cupcakes. So I have arranged my iced cupcakes, as you can see, to look like the top of a grand piano. Now you can't really see it that well from the side, but once you look at the front, there's the keys, and then the top is like sloping over, so it looks like the top of a grand piano. I have 6 going this way across the keys, and I have 6 going up, and then it just goes down into a right angle, 2 at the top and 2 at the bottom. And then for the keys, I actually just have some white chocolate squares that I've cut accordingly, and I have pieces of Kit Kat. Some are in 3, and I've cut these in half actually. So I have bunches of 3, and I've cut some individually, so I have 2. Of course you could just take off one of the 3 pieces, but I decided to just cut mine in half. So what we're going to do actually is we're just going to arrange them with 1 block of white chocolate in between each of the black keys. So I have my 3 down, so we're going to go 1 block over, and then we're going to place the 2. And then we're just going to go 1 block over and do the 3, and we're just going to go all the way down until we reach the end of the piano. Now that that's done, we are going to put it on this piece of plywood actually that I've covered in aluminum foil that is just the right dimensions to put our cupcakes on. So now I'm going to transfer it onto our display board. So now that the display is all put together, if you want to and have room and enough icing left, so for me, I'm going to, on the actual thing, I'm going to write 2018 piano recital on the bottom, and on the top, I plan to do some music notes right up there, right where the bare space is. So now I'm going to have my father taste test this.
What kind of icing?
It is chocolate icing, and it is Swiss meringue buttercream.
Mm-hmm. Very light icing. And smooth.
Is it good?
And chocolatey. Yes.
Good.
Yeah, I don't have any complaints.
Okay, what would you rate it?
I guess it's a 10.
Okay.
9.5? I don't know. I can't think of anything to change.
Okay, do you like the display? Does it look okay?
Mostly good. We can work on the smoothing out the foil some more.
Yeah. I agree with that.
The keys came out better than I thought they would with the non-Kit Kats.
Well, it still worked. Do you think with that cupcake being there, would it look like the top of a grand piano at all? If you thought about it.
It's close. I think your wrappers need to be black.
They are black.
It's a good cupcake.
Yay!
It's buttery.
Well, there's actually no butter in the cupcake.
Well, great.
And that concludes our video. So until next time, goodbye.